I think this is my Uber. Wait, why is there no one inside the car? Is Uber just giving me a car now? I mean, I might as well review it. Oh, it drives.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Today we have the 2024 Kona N-Line. This has the 1.6 liter turbocharged inline four that develops 190 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque, which is about 5 horsepower less than the previous Kona N-Line. They also got rid of that 7-speed dual clutch and replaced it with an 8-speed auto, which you do kind of lose that dual clutch quick shifting personality and little pop sit, but the 8-speed auto is actually a little bit more refined. It actually handles pretty nicely. You'd expect there to be more understeer. It is a little bit wet outside, and it's actually quite well balanced. Into this corner, H-track all-wheel drive. Yeah, okay, a little bit understeer, but hey, it's actually pretty quick around here. All right, coming to a full stop. Let's do a quick 0 to 60 test. We do have a drive mode selector. It is in sport mode. Brake boost, okay. It's actually pretty quick. 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds, which is a tad bit slower than the previous Kona N-Line, but the turbocharged version of this car is still quicker than some of the competitors like the Honda HR-V, which is only offered with the naturally aspirated inline four. It also has about the same MPG rating as an HR-V. It does 24 miles per gallon in the city, 29 miles per gallon on the highway for a combined average of 26 miles per gallon. And for our 70 mile per hour highway testing, we achieved 28 miles per gallon, which is pretty much on par with the EPA rating. Compared to the last gen Kona, this did get significantly bigger, and that also makes it heavier. So it actually does about 3 miles per gallon worse than the 2023 version. Though the Kona N did lose some performance, it is significantly bigger and more spacious, and also just a lot more practical. Mashing the throttle and don't expect to be blown away by pure speed. There is a little bit of boost lag, but don't get me wrong, this is more than enough power to pass and get on the highway pretty safely. The power offered here is within the same ballpark as something like the HR-V or pretty much every subcompact SUV. The Kona can be configured in either the front-wheel drive configuration or the version we have today with the all-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive does get plenty of grip. There is pretty much no drama or wheel spin getting off the line, and just like most cars in this class, when you do kind of just coast, most of the power is just reverted to the front wheels and pretty much no power sent to the rear. The H-track all-wheel drive also has active cornering control, which acts like a limited slip differential by breaking individual wheels to the appropriate wheels to maintain course. The cornering abilities feels excellent actually. Mostly well-controlled body roll and pretty much a very well-balanced chassis. The steering is also pretty direct. I really don't have any complaints about it. For a subcompact SUV, it does really well. Yeah, you can feel that limited slip differential working. Well, not really a limited slip differential, but the braking kind of one. The ride quality is refined, and it does a great job at being just a really good daily cruiser. You put it back into normal mode, the RPMs drop a little bit, the steering gets a little bit lighter, and yeah, it's just a comfortable ride. This makes an excellent A to B daily car. And speaking of a good daily, this has really good lane keep assist. Like I can just let go of the wheel right now, and it just holds it on its own. Of course, we do get Hyundai Smart Sense. So on top of the great steer assist, you do get a very good adaptive cruise control system. You do get forward collision warning and assist with pedestrian and cyclist detection with available junction turning and lane oncoming detection, which can be quite useful when you're making a left turn at a blind intersection. Of course, you do get your blind spot monitors with rear cross traffic alert, which you can also view on your dashboard because there's little red markers when there's a car in your blind spot. And you do get the cool cameras that turn on when you're signaling left and right. There's also a very good 360 camera, which you can cycle through a ton of different views. You have your front curve view, your wide view, your rear view. You can also spin the car around and see what's around you. It's actually a very good 360 camera, one of the best in the class. Something like the HR-V doesn't even offer that at all. There's even safety exit assist, which means when there's a car coming and you're parked along the curb, or a bike coming, it will warn you before you open the door. There's just a ton of tech that keeps this Hyundai safe. And of course, my favorite party feature is the remote parking. It's great for when I want to park in the garage and not squeeze through the side. And even if you're not lined up completely, it'll steer itself and line itself up to not hit things. My neighbors all loved it, and it's a pretty cool feature to have. And if you're wondering whether the remote parking assist will brake for you in case there's someone there or anything that comes in front or behind the car, it will. And perfect. All right, I'm gonna stop playing with the remote control car. This is the brand new exterior on the 2024 Kona N-Line. You do get your own unique N-Line bumper, which is different from the regular Kona. You do have this DRL RoboCop style light that runs all across the front of the car. You do have your headlight and your turn signals down here though. You get your parking sensors, your 360 camera, and your adaptive radar cruise control sensor down there. I think it looks really good. It's actually a very futuristic look. Coming around to the side, this headlight actually runs onto the side, so you do have your side markers there as well. And you do get your 19-inch wheels, which look great. You have your N-Line badge, and unique for the N-Line, you do get black mirror caps, which aren't body colored. Oh yeah, this is the body armor cladding that you do get. It is plastic and black on the regular Kona, but they are painted on the N-Line. You do have what they call their polymetric design. It does look very angular. It is really nice looking. Of course, again, you have this side part of the rear coming along to the roof. It is black painted. You do have your sunroof there. And unique for the N-Line, you do get a beautiful spoiler with a light integrated in the back as well. And you do have the RoboCop style taillights back here as well, which runs all the way across the back of the car, kind of like what they do in the new Porsches. You also get a rear spoiler with an actual taillight on the N-Line, and down here you do have a unique N-Line bumper with the diffuser, and unique for the N-Line you also get the dual exhaust tips. Inside the N-Line, you do get the unique N-Line seats, which is Alcantara with leather trimming on the side. You do get your red stripe and your N-Line. This is, of course, unique to this trim model. They are heated and ventilated. Steering wheel is also heated, of course. You have this odd shifter. They kind of cleared out the space, kind of making it more airy. And putting the shifter here, it doesn't move like the Mercedes one. You do have to just use that. There is no Hyundai logo at all on the steering wheel. You do get the little dots instead. Very nice steering wheel though. Down here you do get your wireless charging, your 2 USB-C ports, and you do have your brake hold, your drive mode selector, your parking sensors, and your button for the 360 camera. And there is these cool retractable cup holders, and you can actually fit a whole chug of orange juice down here, as well as some snacks. When you open this up, there's a tiny tray, and there's a little bit more space down there. You get your climate control system here. You do get your physical volume knob and buttons, and of course you do have the 12.3-inch infotainment screen. It is actually really nice. The UI is nice. It's pretty quick. You do have available built-in navigation, but what is kind of funny is that there is no wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on the upper 2 trims. For some reason, they have it on the base model, but you will need a wire to use CarPlay in this N-Line. You also have a little cubby here as well for some extra space, as well as a red line that runs across the dashboard. And connecting to the 12.3-inch infotainment screen is another 12.3-inch screen. It's your digital dashboard, which you can slightly customize. There are a few different pages that you can go through, including your all-wheel drive, your compass, your driver's assistance features. And when you put it in sport mode, you get the little chicane thing that runs around the speedo. The whole thing is kind of curved towards the driver. Also, you do have ambient lighting in here, which you can change the colors, and it actually looks pretty nice at nighttime. This is also the first Hyundai in Canada to get the digital key, which you can either use a card or have your smartphone as a key, so you can just drive off with the car, lock it with your Apple Pay app or your Android wallet. And of course, you do still get the Hyundai Blue Link app, which you can unlock, and remote start the car from anywhere. You also get a fairly well-sized sunroof. It is not a panoramic sunroof. The materials in here are actually quite decent. It's pretty much on par with Honda interior, kind of like the HR-V. Kind of hard materials up here, not as soft as Toyota materials. There's quite a bit of plastic, but actually looking at it, it is pretty nice for its class. Compared to something like the Nissan Kicks, it is way better. You also get Bose speakers. There is a speaker up here as well, and it's an optional feature for Kona. These doors open to almost 90 degrees. It makes getting things in and out easy. Getting inside, this is way bigger than the previous generation Kona. You have 3.1 inches more legroom. You do get more headroom as well. Yeah, you don't feel as claustrophobic in here like you did in the previous gen. There's way more room back here. You do get your 2 USB-C ports down here, and these seats are kind of like theater seating where you're a bit higher than the front seats. So if you do tend to get car sick, you can just look outside the window. These seats are also reclinable, so, well, slightly reclinable, but they're nice. Coming around to the trunk, it's a manual trunk, which is kind of odd for this class. You don't even have the option of a powered trunk unless you're in America, which comes only on a limited trim. This is way bigger though, 26.3 cubic feet of space, which is about 33% bigger than the previous gen. No spare tire, you get a tire mobility kit and a lot of space down there. And when you do fold the seats down, you do get 64 cubic feet of space. It's factors like these ones that contribute to keeping the cost affordable. There's no powered front passenger seat on any trim level. The biggest bummer might be the fact that there is no wireless Apple CarPlay, and of course the non-powered trunk. The pricing for 2024, however, is about $3,000 more expensive than the 2023 version, which actually makes sense. Even though there are some cost cutting, it is still a more premium subcompact SUV, with Hyundai trying to make it more upmarket. It's aimed towards the Mazda CX-30 or the Volkswagen Taos. It's also about $2,000 cheaper than a fully loaded HR-V, and it actually has a lot more to offer than all those cars. While the driving experience remains pretty enjoyable, the measurable performance has declined compared to the previous gen, and this includes the fuel economy. The cabin has become significantly more practical upscale, and the tech in this class is unbeatable. The unconventional exterior design language might deter some buyers, but it also might win some over. Me personally, I like it a lot. It's as if the crossover sacrificed some of its playfulness and charm in exchange for heightened practicality, utility, and a much more upscale appearance. This could be precisely what Kona shoppers are seeking, but they also deserve a vehicle that's also entertaining and rewarding to drive, reminiscent of the previous Kona N-Line. But that might just be because Hyundai is preserving all the performance attributes to make the next Kona N, not the N-Line, an even more competitive option. For those not seeking a crazy performance vehicle and just want an affordable, great commuter subcompact SUVs with the latest and greatest tech and a great blend of practicality, this isn't just an excellent choice, but in this segment, it's actually probably rather the best choice. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching. So we're gonna start off this video with a race, a foot race. 3, 2, 1, go! I got a better line!